Hello everybody, my name is Alan. I'm going to be your host today for Downtime Recap. We're going to be talking a few gaming development stories. We're going to be talking about Epic Games and claiming free games and how one game just copied like 15 million new users or new accounts onto their game. And other than that, we have a little bit about Twitch's double standards and then not that much more going on, you know, because it's an early morning here in the office. We have a few new things happening that we can't tell you about right now. And at the end of the video, if you guys have any opinions on the entire Dota 2 thing that's been happening in Sweden, and you want to ask some questions, please do feel free to use the comment section. As we're going to be talking to a few people and seeing what we can figure out about the entire Swedish escapade that was the loss of Dota 2 and what's going to happen with Counter-Strike's PGL majors. Welcome to Downtime Recap. All right, good morning. This is going to be the content part for today's recap. It's going to be short and sweet because I have a train to catch. A piece of news that's pretty interesting right now is the game of Control is going to be having its official spin-off come out. It's going to be called Condor, and it's going to be multiplayer oriented. The reason this is important is because Control is one of the best mechanic games that came out like not so long ago, and it was actually really cool. It was a very nice game, and they've been confirmed to also be getting a bigger, budget, which is going to be super good because with a bigger budget, they can do bigger things. And that game was absolutely mind-blowing. The story was super great, and there were so many good scenes in that game. When I played it, I just absolutely fell in love. And hopefully we'll be seeing out a new kind of continuation into that universe. But otherwise, that's just a very short story about the fact that that game is going to get a sequel, and we're super excited about it. The studio behind the game Returnal, which is actually an absolutely fantastically, amazingly visually spectacle of a game, is actually going to be joining studios with PlayStation Studios. So the studio behind that game, Returnal, is called Housemarque, and they do a lot of amazing titles, and among those, the most recent one is Returnal, which you guys should absolutely check out if you like story-driven like FPS action games, which are super fun. And looking at that game, you know as well as I that it looks amazing. The only issue maybe is that it is on only the PlayStation 5, which is kind of an issue right now since there aren't that many, of them. So if you guys like Returnal and you guys like Housemarque games, then they're going to be joining PlayStation Studios, and we're probably going to be seeing a lot more amazing push-outs from them. But then again, when you want to make a game, it takes a little bit of time. And as for that, we're just going to pop straight into the next game.
What the hell? You see this? Something ain't right.
It's nothing to fear.
Callisto Protocol going to be coming out in 2022. It released in 2020 with the trailer, which looked absolutely goddamn horrifying. And it is from the game studio that brought us Dead Space, so we know it's going to be absolutely goddamn horrifying. If any of you guys love Dead Space and Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3 and just love the entire kind of world that was built up around, then you're probably going to really like the Callisto Protocol. So if you guys are looking forward to that, here's one of the developers that actually posted out on Twitter a little bit of the concept art that they're working on for the new game. Glenn A. Schofield posted this tweet, which you can see has a pretty icky character there. And judging by the beginning of the game trailer for the launch teaser that came out in 2020, it looks like it's going to be absolutely goddamn horrible. I can't wait. Innersloth is the development team behind the game Among Us. A lot of people complain that, hey, who wants Among Us? It's a very cheap game. It's not very graphical and stuff. And Epic Games, didn't care. And actually, it's a very popular game. And as the game has been going on for a long time, they put it out there for people to claim. And now Innersloth revealed on Twitter that it was claimed 15 million times. So at least 15 million users actively went on Epic Games Store and claimed that game. So congratulations to Innersloth. A lot more players out there in the Among Us universe. And other than that, you can also get the game for free, I believe, on mobile. So if you like that game, you could have gotten it for free. Maybe you should start checking out Epic Games. If anything, you get a free game every once in a while. And who doesn't want that? Free games. They're cool. You want free games. And then we've been talking a lot recently about the Twitch stream bans which have been happening, like the fact that Indie Fox has recently gotten banned here. That's something we talked about on the previous recap. We also talked a little bit about Amaranth on that part. And then one of the controversial Twitch streamers from the past, Alinity, who's been doing a lot to try to improve her image. Now she's also calling out the double standard, as well as XQC, who called it out, something we pointed out in the previous video, where he flips out a little bit, finding out that one of the streamers had been banned for the sixth time this year, when actually in TOS it says if you get banned 3 times on Twitch, you get permanently banned from the platform. And XQC flipped out about it, and recently Alinity put out a tweet that she's asking people to stop calling in double standards. So is Twitch going to do something about repeat offenders, or is it fair game for everyone to start stretching the TOS as thin as they can? I've benefited from the blurry line before. I then thought it was messed up, and I still do. We need consistency and equal treatment. What's the point of the TOS then? The thing that's very important to point out here is that a lot of people are calling Twitch for being more consistent in accordance to their own TOS, where they say if people get banned, they should get banned after 3 times permanently. However, people keep getting banned, keep getting unbanned. Maybe you should start using the word suspension more, Twitch. That could help clear up a lot of issues. There is nothing a little bit more frustrating than watching Twitch trying to skate through this, because there's actually no official word from Twitch. And as such, we're going to see what's going to be happening in the future. The reason we follow this progress really closely is because what the bigger content creators do affects a lot of how the platform works for everybody else. So as such, we're going to be keeping an eye on that. And then sticking to it, since our last report on the Dota 2 special that we did a few days ago on Recap, nothing new has come from the Swedish government other than, well, we lost Dota 2's TI, and we hope we don't do that for the majors. So we're going to be seeing what people are going to be doing in Sweden, and as such, I am heading up to Stockholm today, and hopefully I can talk to a few Swedes about the current situation in esports in Sweden, and we can put that out in a different kind of video here on the channel. And if you guys have any questions or something that you'd like to know about the Swedish esports scene or how this entire Dota 2 situation happened, please do feel free to ask questions below, and we will be asking a few relevant people about their opinions on the entire scene. And as such, thank you for today. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful week. For obvious reasons, it's like 6:30 in the morning here, and I have a train to catch.